Raoul Pal has just made a very big claim. He believes the crypto market already bottomed back in June, and right now we are in the buy zone. And even though inflation is still continuing to set new highs, we have just entered a recession, and Michael Burry says we're still only halfway there. Raoul believes now is the time to buy, so a very big call, which is why in this video we'll be looking at two main things. Why he believes the bottom's in, and more about a 10x potential move coming to crypto. And then we'll finish with another huge bombshell he dropped for all Ethereum fans. And this could literally propel the price of Ethereum into the stratosphere. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. Always appreciated. Okay, first up, Raoul's put his neck on the line and called the crypto bottom. So what makes him think the bottom's in, and we'll be building back up from here?
So what's happening in crypto right now is I think we're in a bottoming process and have probably bottomed. So I think we're going to see the turn in money supply. So that's the macro for crypto improving as growth goes slower. It's kind of counterintuitive because you think, well, if growth's slow, then crypto is going to be bad. It's the opposite. As growth slows down, bond yields fall, inflation falls, money supply starts increasing, crypto starts doing well. The other long-term indicator I use is the 5-year exponential moving average. And this has encapsulated the trend of Bitcoin pretty much since the beginning. And here we are just touching that trend. We broke through it. I think we break back up through it. So again, this is the buy zone. You buy these times, and this is where you make the larger returns. The risk reward gets better and better and better the closer to that 2 standard deviations oversold, the closer to this exponential moving average. That's when the really good risk reward. What's the downside? 30%. What's the upside? 10x. So those kind of risk rewards are super rare in almost any asset class, but they are in crypto, and we're in that zone now, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with there.
So Raoul believes the crypto bottom's already been hit, and we've now entered the buy zone. And he mentioned we have a crazy good risk reward profile of, say, a 30% downside, however, a 10x potential upside. Now, for me, I think if Bitcoin does do one big last panic sell-off and goes down to, say, $12,000, then that's actually a 50% drop from here. But then many altcoins would then be doing a 70 to 80% drop. So I think the downside is a bit more than 30%. However, I'll let you decide. But then yes, a 10x upside is certainly doable when the next big bull run comes. And the next big bull run is coming. Okay, and the next thing to cover was another big bombshell dropped for all Ethereum fans. And this could send the Ethereum price literally to the moon. Check this out.
But there's something more important. Something that most people haven't thought out, which is that Ethereum is going to have a yield of 4 to 6%. That's the best guesses. So now we've got the internet bond. And I know people have used that terminology before, but they haven't really joined the dots as what that means. Ethereum being the largest yielding asset in the space, it has in ETH terms, a risk-free yield because it's generated by a smart contract. So it pays out yield in the smart contract. Now, the risk you're taking is currency risk, ETH. And again, people need to understand what these terms mean because there's a lot of bullshit online. So what you've got is pretty much a guaranteed yield from ETH. Obviously, there are things that go wrong. US bonds are deemed risk-free, but they're not. Nothing is in the world. But you know what I mean? This is a benchmark yield for Web3 from the largest asset in Web3 because Bitcoin doesn't have a yield in the same way and it's not really used in Web3. So you want to allocate to this space. You are going to allocate to the ESG compliant yielding asset. That is without question. Also, it's easy to say because it's not to do with money, replacing of money, it's technology. This becomes like a technology stock with buybacks and dividends, which is bloody rare. And it's the fastest growing technology in the world. So this yield changes institutional adoption dramatically. It makes it so much easier to hold on balance sheets. One of the reasons why gold was not adopted by many institutions is because it doesn't yield anything. But this does, and the yield is decent. It's more than US treasuries, as it should be. So, okay, now we've got something interesting for institutions, family offices, long-term investors.
So, will Ethereum create and be the internet bond? Because if it does, it's going to be one of the biggest things that happen to the internet, let alone crypto. It would become a central hub in which nearly all financial products would be based off. Now, in the traditional financial world, the bond market is one of the largest markets in the world. It even dwarfs the stock market. Global bonds has close to $100 trillion of capital. And if Ethereum becomes the internet bond, this would catapult the price 20, 50, maybe 100x. And this is why the upcoming merge is such a big deal to the crypto space. And it could potentially open an avalanche of new institutional capital for Ethereum. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. As you can see, very exciting times. So tell me, do you think the crypto bottom has been reached? Do you think Ethereum will become the internet bond? Let me know below. But for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. And a big thank you to everyone who does. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.